9 powerful vitamins and nutrients for stronger legs. What science reveals for men over 60. Welcome to the channel for first-timers and my existing friends. Let's talk straight, partner. These legs of ours, they've carried us through some miles. But lately, you may have noticed that they don't spring back as easily as they used to. That cramp that hits when you're just standing at the grill. That unsteadiness when you step off a curb. After researching muscle preservation for over 2 decades, I've discovered that declining leg strength isn't inevitable. It's often nutritional. Your legs aren't tired, they're starving. Starving for 9 key nutrients that keep muscles strong, nerves sharp, and bones solid. Miss even one, and it's like running an engine with the wrong oil. Let's examine what's really happening in aging legs. According to the 2023 Harvard Aging Study, men lose approximately 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade after 50, but this accelerates to 10% after 70. This condition, called sarcopenia, which simply means loss of flesh, affects fast-twitch muscle fibers first. These are the quick response fibers responsible for balance and catching yourself when you stumble. Simultaneously, the mitochondria, tiny power plants inside your muscle cells, decrease their function by up to 50%, reducing energy production. The 2022 International Journal of Molecular Sciences revealed that these changes aren't simply age-related. They're significantly influenced by micronutrient deficiencies that disrupt neuromuscular junctions, the connection points where nerve signals trigger muscle movement and impair muscle protein synthesis, your body's process of building new muscle. The good news? These deficiencies are correctable. Solution overview. Recent research from the 2021 Journal of the American Geriatric Society demonstrated that a targeted nutrient approach improved leg strength by 34% in men over 65 without additional exercise. Their comprehensive analysis identified 9 key nutrients that work synergistically to support muscle function, nerve transmission, and structural integrity. I'll walk you through each one, explaining the science, optimal sources, and practical implementation strategies. The first one is magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Gentlemen, magnesium's your body's natural muscle relaxer. Those cramps that wake you up at night? Here's why they hit. When magnesium's low, calcium floods your muscle cells unchecked, forcing them to contract and stay locked. Magnesium's job is to kick calcium out after each contraction, like a bouncer clearing a bar at closing time. If you have no magnesium, then your muscles can't relax. A groundbreaking 2023 study in the Journal of Aging Research found that magnesium directly activates over 300 enzymatic reactions in muscle tissue. Researchers documented that men with optimal magnesium levels had 27% greater mitochondrial efficiency in leg muscles, meaning their cellular power plants produced more energy with less waste, compared to deficient participants. This is what you need to do. Grab almonds, spinach, or try magnesium glycinate. It's gentlest on the gut. Within days, those cramps will ease up, and you'll sleep like you did after baling hay all day. The therapeutic dose identified in clinical trials is 350 to 400 milligrams daily, preferably split between morning and evening. Let me know how you feel after you try this, of course in the comments below. 2. Vitamin D3. The muscle ignition. Now, low levels of vitamin D turn your legs into wet noodles. That wobble when you stand up, that's not age, it's your fast-twitch muscles, the ones that catch falls, running on empty. Here's the science. Vitamin D activates the proteins that build muscle. Without it, your legs lose their snap, like a dull knife that can't cut straight. Related to this, the 2022 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a landmark study tracking 1,200 men over 5 years. Those maintaining vitamin D levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter preserved twice as much quadriceps strength as deficient participants. What's fascinating is how vitamin D works. It binds to nuclear receptors, essentially genetic switches, in muscle tissue that regulate over 900 genes involved in muscle protein synthesis, your body's process of building and maintaining muscle. To get more of this vitamin, eat salmon, take a 10-minute walk in the sun, no sunscreen, you're just topping up, or try a vitamin D3 pill. The Endocrine Society now recommends 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily for seniors, with blood testing to maintain levels between 40 to 60 nanogram per milliliter. Yes, it works. Try it. Vitamin No3. Omega-3 fatty acids, the joint lubricator. Think of omega-3s as WD-40 for your joints and muscles. When inflammation builds up, your legs feel stiff and movements become painful. Omega-3s reduce this inflammation like releasing pressure from a valve. A 2021 British Journal of Sports Medicine study demonstrated that omega-3 supplementation increased thigh muscle volume by 3.6% and strength by 6% in sedentary men over 60 without exercise intervention. This occurs because omega-3s, particularly EPA and DHA, the active components found in fish oil, reduce inflammatory cytokines, which are chemical messengers that trigger inflammation and accelerate muscle breakdown. Researchers at Washington University also discovered that omega-3s activate the mTOR pathway, essentially flipping the switch from muscle breakdown to muscle building. Think of mTOR as the foreman on a construction site, deciding whether to tear down or build up. The most effective sources of omega-3 are small fatty fish like sardines and anchovies. For plant-based options, algal oil provides the only direct source of preformed EPA and DHA. Clinical trials show benefits at 2 to 3 grams of combined EPA-DHA daily. At number 4 is vitamin K2, the calcium director. Vitamin K2 is the traffic cop your body desperately needs. Without it, calcium drifts into your arteries and joints instead of your bones. Ever feel like your feet are stiff or your knees creak? That's calcium building up where it doesn't belong, like rust in a hinge. K2 steers it into bones, where it strengthens instead of stiffens. The 2023 Journal of Bone and Mineral Research published findings showed that men with higher K2 intake had 47% fewer fractures and significantly better leg strength. This occurs because vitamin K2 activates osteocalcin and matrix GLA protein. These are specialized proteins that work like calcium magnets for your bones while keeping calcium away from soft tissues like blood vessels and joints. This is what you should do. Eat aged cheese, natto, fermented soybeans, if you're brave, or take a K2 supplement. The most bioavailable form is MK7, a specific type of K2 that stays active in your body longer, is found in natto, certain aged cheeses like Gouda, and pasture-raised egg yolks. Don't say I didn't tell you. Vitamin B12, the nerve fixer. Next, vitamin B12. Ever feel like your legs are numb or heavy, like you're walking through wet concrete? Here's the problem. As we age, our gut stops absorbing B12 well. Without it, your nerves degenerate, like chewed up wiring in an old truck. Signals from your brain get weaker, and muscles don't get the GO command they need. A 2022 Frontiers in Nutrition study revealed that B12 deficiency affects up to 43% of adults over 60, often misdiagnosed as normal aging. Researchers documented that correcting B12 deficiency improved nerve conduction velocity, the speed at which electrical signals travel along your nerves, by 18%, and restored balance metrics to near youthful levels. B12's primary role is maintaining myelin, the protective insulation around nerve fibers, similar to the coating on electrical wires, that transmit signals to your leg muscles. When myelin degrades, these signals become delayed or distorted. Load up on steak, eggs, or tuna. And if you've been popping antacids for years, ask your doc about a B12 shot. The most absorbable sources are clams, liver, and wild-caught trout. Now go for it, gentlemen, it's not late. 6. CoQ10. The cellular energizer. CoQ10 is like premium fuel for your muscle cells. As we age, our natural production drops dramatically, especially if you're on statins. Without it, your leg muscles can't generate enough energy to keep going, leaving you exhausted after minimal activity. A 2024 Clinical Interventions in Aging study documented that CoQ10 supplementation increased walking distance by 22% in men with leg fatigue. This occurs because CoQ10 is essential for electron transport in mitochondria. Think of this as the assembly line that produces energy in your muscle cells, with CoQ10 being a critical worker on that line. What makes CoQ10 particularly relevant for seniors is that production naturally declines with age, dropping by approximately 65% by age 80. This decline is further accelerated by statin medications. The most concentrated food sources you can take include organ meats, particularly heart, and oily fish like sardines. However, therapeutic levels typically require supplementation. The ubiquinol form, which is the already activated form your body can use immediately, shows superior absorption in seniors compared to ubiquinone, the inactive form that your body must convert. Potassium, the cramp stopper. First up, potassium. That midnight Charlie horse that feels like a vice grip? That's your muscles, short-circuiting, firing off without warning, like a spark plug gone haywire. Here's why it happens. Potassium's job is to balance the electricity in your muscles. When it's low, nerve signals go rogue, locking your calf into a cramp. But get enough? Muscles contract smoothly, only when you tell them to. A 2023 study in the Journal of Electromyography and Kinesiology found that men with adequate potassium levels had 41% fewer nocturnal leg cramps and significantly improved muscle fiber recruitment patterns during activity. Fix it with a baked potato, skin on, a handful of raisins, or a banana. While bananas get all the attention, better sources include sweet potatoes, avocados, white beans, and spinach. One baked sweet potato provides more potassium than a banana. 8. Vitamin E, the membrane protector. At number 8, we have vitamin E, which acts like armor for your muscle cells. Every time you move, your muscles generate free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cell membranes. Without adequate vitamin E, this damage accumulates, causing inflammation and weakness that gets worse over time. A 2023 European Journal of Applied Physiology study revealed that vitamin E protects muscle cell membranes from oxidative damage during activity. Vitamin E works at the cellular level by embedding within cell membranes, preventing lipid peroxidation, essentially stopping your muscle cells from rusting from the inside out. Researchers documented that men with higher vitamin E status experienced 31% less exercise-induced muscle damage and recovered strength more quickly. The most effective food sources are sunflower seeds, almonds, and wheat germ oil. Easy to consume, right? 9. Vitamin B6, the inflammation fighter. Last one is vitamin B6, that burning or tingling in your feet that's often inflamed nerves. Here's the fix. B6 breaks down homocysteine, an inflammatory compound that irritates nerves and cuts off circulation. Think of it like draining swamp water from around your foot's wiring. A 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that men with optimal B6 levels had 37% lower inflammatory markers and significantly better peripheral nerve function compared to deficient participants. B6 is crucial for creating neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that allow your brain to communicate with your legs. High homocysteine levels are linked to nerve damage and poor circulation, particularly in the extremities. By keeping homocysteine levels in check, B6 helps maintain the health of the small blood vessels that supply your leg nerves and muscles. Chicken, potatoes, or chickpeas will do the trick. Get enough, and soon you'll be walking the grandkids to the park without feeling like you're on hot coals. Gentlemen, look, getting older ain't for the weak, but that doesn't mean your legs have to be. These 9 nutrients, they're the missing tools your body's been begging for. Start with 1, add another next week. Before you know it, you'll be moving like a man who's got places to be. For personalized guidance, request these specific blood tests from your doctor. 25-hydroxyvitamin D, serum B12, ferritin, and magnesium RBC. Less accurate is serum magnesium. Remember what's at stake: your independence, confidence, and ability to fully participate in life. As the 2021 Journal of the American Geriatric Society concluded, nutritional intervention represents the most overlooked yet potentially effective strategy for preserving mobility in aging adults. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some steps to go take just because I still can. Thank you so much for reaching this far in the video. If you learned even one thing, please enter 1 in the comments below, or let me know what you would have wanted me to include. Until next time, keep healthy, fix those legs, and remain authentically you.